This is how a narcissist reacts when they lose control over you. We're back again with another exciting video, and I want to take a moment to extend my warmest greetings to each and every one of you. Your presence here means so much, and I genuinely appreciate the time and support you give to this channel. Without your engagement and encouragement, none of this would be possible, and I'm truly grateful to have such an amazing community. If you haven't already, I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on new content. Staying connected ensures you'll always have access to the latest insights as soon as they drop. It's a pleasure to have you here, and I can't wait to continue this journey with you. Now let's dive right in. Today we're going to take a deep dive into one of the most crucial aspects of dealing with narcissistic individuals: understanding their greatest weaknesses. Knowing what truly unsettles a narcissist is a powerful tool, whether you're looking to protect yourself from their manipulative tactics or minimize their influence in your life. Recognizing their vulnerabilities allows you to take back control and navigate your interactions with them more effectively. For a narcissist, even the slightest act of defiance, whether intentional or not, can feel like a direct challenge to their authority and self-image. They thrive on attention and admiration, shaping their entire existence around ensuring they remain the center of focus. Their relentless need for validation drives them to exhibit unpredictable, erratic, and often harmful behaviors, all in an effort to maintain control over those around them. One of their go-to tactics is engaging in mind games, such as deliberately ignoring messages or purposely delaying their responses for extended periods. This calculated move is designed to make you feel anxious, uncertain, and desperate for their attention. They want you to chase after them, to seek their approval, and to constantly prove your value in their eyes. By withholding communication, they maintain control, keeping you emotionally invested in their game. But the moment you flip the script and refuse to play along, everything shifts. Ignoring them, blocking them, and withholding the validation they crave is a direct hit to their fragile ego. To a narcissist, being ignored isn't just frustrating, it's devastating. It shatters their illusion of importance and forces them to confront a reality they can't tolerate. While they may lash out or attempt to regain control, the best approach is to stand firm. Cutting off contact and staying resolute in your boundaries is one of the most effective ways to break free from their toxic influence. The longer you maintain your silence, the more you strip away the power a narcissist desperately craves over you. They thrive on control, and by refusing to engage, you disrupt their ability to manipulate and dominate your emotions. That being said, navigating a relationship with a narcissist, whether personal, professional, or familial, can be incredibly draining on every level. Their relentless manipulation can leave you feeling emotionally exhausted, mentally overwhelmed, and even physically depleted. If completely cutting ties isn't a viable option due to shared responsibilities, such as co-parenting, workplace interactions, or family obligations, there are still effective strategies to limit their influence over your life. That's why in today's discussion, we're focusing on the crucial moments when ignoring a narcissist isn't just beneficial, it's absolutely necessary. It's about making it clear that you are no longer willing to engage in their toxic cycle, that you fully understand their manipulation tactics, and that you are standing firm in your boundaries. Narcissists have no problem ignoring others when it serves their agenda, but when the roles are reversed, they struggle immensely. Being ignored is something they simply cannot handle, and their reaction often ranges from manipulative to aggressive, or even outright vindictive. Many people assume that once they've blocked a narcissist or ceased communication, the situation will naturally de-escalate. However, experience teaches us that this is rarely the case. Even after you sever contact, a narcissist will still feel entitled to your attention. They cannot accept the idea that you have emotionally disengaged from them, nor can they process the fact that they no longer have the control they once enjoyed. This realization sparks deep-seated insecurities, triggering feelings of shame, rejection, and fury, driving them toward acts of retaliation. Their intense fear of losing control, combined with an insatiable need for validation, creates a volatile mix of resentment and frustration. Being ignored is one of the few things they find unbearable, as it forces them to confront a reality where they are no longer the center of someone's world. The mere thought that someone has moved on without them is enough to send them into an emotional tailspin, often resulting in dramatic and even destructive behavior. Because of this, it's essential to anticipate their potential reactions and prepare yourself accordingly. Hold your ground, enforce firm boundaries, and remind yourself that their response is a direct reflection of their own insecurities, not a judgment of your worth. By identifying their vulnerabilities and refusing to engage in their manipulative games, you reclaim your power and free yourself from their grip. Narcissists operate under the belief that they are the focal point of the universe, expecting everyone around them to exist solely for their benefit. In their world, people are merely extensions of themselves, meant to fulfill their needs and reinforce their inflated self-image. Once they've successfully drawn you in with charm and flattery during the initial love-bombing phase, their true nature inevitably surfaces, revealing a pattern of self-serving behavior and emotional manipulation. At this stage, the narcissist is no longer concerned with impressing or uplifting you. Their priority has shifted entirely to tearing you down in order to elevate themselves. They thrive on control and dominance, gaining a twisted sense of satisfaction from undermining others, while ensuring their own superiority remains unquestioned. Their needs, desires, and self-image are all that truly matter, and they expect you to adopt this mindset, placing them at the center of your world and prioritizing their every demand. One of the most effective and psychologically distressing actions you can take against a narcissist is to ignore them completely. More than anything, they crave attention, whether positive or negative, so they would much rather be met with anger, frustration, or even hostility than be cast aside as unimportant. To a narcissist, being ignored is not just an inconvenience, it is a direct attack on their perceived significance. The power to disengage is entirely in your hands, and by refusing to answer their calls, avoiding conversations, or withholding any form of reaction, you disrupt the control they once held over you. This sudden lack of acknowledgement triggers deep feelings of rejection and powerlessness, shaking the very foundation of their fragile ego. When dealing with a narcissist, sometimes the most powerful move is to do absolutely nothing, resist the urge to respond, hold firm in your silence, and let your indifference speak louder than words. Eventually, they will be forced to confront the painful truth. You no longer care, and their presence in your life no longer holds value. Ignoring a narcissist typically results in one of two reactions. In some cases, they perceive your silence as an act of defiance, interpreting your unwillingness to engage as a direct challenge to their authority. If this happens, you should brace yourself for potential retaliation in the form of a smear campaign. They may spread rumors, twist the truth, and manipulate those around you in an attempt to play the victim while painting you as the aggressor. Their goal is to control the narrative and turn others against you, making themselves appear sympathetic while casting you in a negative light. On the other hand, some narcissists will go to great lengths to reclaim your attention. If they sense you pulling away, they will resort to whatever manipulative tactics necessary to draw you back into their orbit. Narcissists excel at shifting the focus back onto themselves, and they will employ guilt, charm, or even emotional outbursts to regain control. The best way to maintain your distance is to fully immerse yourself in the things that bring you joy, especially the activities they know you love. By focusing on your own happiness and self-growth, you send an undeniable message. Their influence no longer holds power over you. A narcissist cannot stand being forgotten, and once they realize they are no longer the center of your attention, they will stop at nothing to force their way back into your life. Their need for validation drives them, and they will go to extreme lengths to reassert their presence in your mind. Be mindful that their attempts to pull you back into their world can take many different forms, whether through emotional manipulation, guilt-tripping, or sudden displays of affection. It's crucial to understand that ignoring them isn't just about disregarding their toxic behaviors. It also means resisting the temptation to romanticize the positive moments you may have shared. Even with a narcissist, there were likely times of happiness and connection, but those moments should not cloud your judgment. Nostalgia is one of their most powerful tools, strategically used to keep you emotionally entangled. Regardless of how many good times you once experienced, don't let them become the reason you re-enter a damaging cycle. This emotional tug-of-war is intentional, designed to trap you in an exhausting loop of highs and lows. The most effective way to reclaim your power is to remain steady, composed, and unwavering. no matter how strongly they tried to provoke a response. When facing a narcissist, sometimes the most powerful action you can take is no action at all. By choosing detachment over engagement, you strip them of the emotional reaction they crave. In this space, there is no room for their chaos, manipulation, or drama. The best approach is to remain unresponsive, no matter how calculated or extreme their behavior becomes. By anticipating their tactics, you can mentally fortify yourself against their attempts to manipulate you and avoid falling into their well-crafted traps. The bottom line is simple: you are no longer playing their game. Once you step away from their emotional battleground, their ability to control you crumbles. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you ever had to ignore a narcissist? What challenges did you face, and what strategies helped you the most? Feel free to share your experiences in the comments below. I look forward to reading your insights. That wraps up today's video. I hope you found the information shared here valuable and insightful. If this discussion resonated with you, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications by clicking the bell icon. That way, you'll always be notified when new content is available. Thank you for spending your time here, for listening, and for being part of this conversation. Your support truly means the world, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, stay strong.